What is going on, everybody? I know that everybody's probably expecting this to be like such a downer, but look at this smile on my face. I'm actually happy because I see this little whatever you call it as such a huge opportunity, guys. Think about it. Just think about it. Whenever it was at 10,000, whenever it was at 14,000, you guys were saying, man, I should have bought whenever it was 3,500, right? A year and a half ago or whatever it was. Guess what? You have an opportunity. And you know what? Bitcoin was designed for stuff like this. It was designed for, like, whenever you see the market, like the regular market going crazy and dropping like it is, there's a correlation that's a little bit concerning to me, but it was built for this. That's what it's for. This is like really awesome to me to see how Bitcoin and how cryptocurrency is going to react to actual market turmoil, right? So let's get into it, man. So to me, this is like awesome, right? This is like the greatest thing ever. I'm so happy. I can't even, I don't know. You guys can probably see it on my face. And you know what? I actually started Crypto Fireball Friday a little early. So yeah, this is good stuff. I mean, does it suck? Yeah, it kind of sucks to wake up to, all your crypto being down 45% like mine, right? That kind of sucks. Does it suck that, maybe a week or so ago, I was like, man, I really think I probably should get more into fiat, and sell some of this crypto because it is kind of high and there's a lot going on. I wish I would have. I didn't, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all because this is what it was all designed for, I don't know. I see it as a huge opportunity and I'm actually excited. I'm actually excited for it. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where you have to look at it and just understand what is going on. Right now, you have a maximum amount of fear, right? There is so much fear right now. Now, is this crypto? Yeah, this is crypto. So this is a crypto fear and greed index. And if you go to the regular market fear and greed index, you can see that they're pretty close, obviously. Everybody's in like full fear mode right now. But this correlation kind of concerns me a little bit. I don't like to see so much correlation between crypto and the actual market. Although we see that, all the time because, I mean, people are human, right? Everybody's freaking out right now. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose all my money. I have never seen my portfolio is lower right now than it has ever been, ever, since I started. And look at the smile on my face because I think it's freaking awesome. I'm going to actually, I mean, definitely not financial advice to anybody, but I am definitely going to put a little bit more money in there, a little bit more fiat because, I mean, we are not, I don't know, everybody says this. If you're looking at a $4,500 Bitcoin, I mean, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome for me anyway. I don't know. And like people are saying, like, hey, the people that, $10,000 BTC was out of reach, right, for a lot of people. And I understand that 4,500 is also, but could you get half a Bitcoin? Could you get, 3/4 of a Bitcoin? There's a lot of people that strive for owning one Bitcoin, right? And that's like kind of a goal. 5 years ago, well, not even 5 years ago, 3 years ago, it was to own 10. And 6 years ago, it was to own 100, right? That was the goal. And now it's to own one. So what does that tell you about the overall market, right? So, yeah, this is, I don't know. I just look at it as huge opportunity. I look at the watch list that we have. I mean, Raven, wow. Okay. Aeon, wow. This is like, if you want to talk about like oversold, like panic mode, like sell, sell, sell. That's what you're seeing right now. And the rebound from this, in my opinion, not financial advice, but the rebound from this is going to be freaking epic. Epic, right? I mean, you got the halving coming up. That's going to be huge. That's only a month away, right? Less than a month away, probably. You know, I understand that things are different now. I understand that things are a little bit different in the market. Obviously, you got the virus thing happening. You've got some things going on in the market that probably weren't going on in previous halving scenarios or time frames. And every time it's going to be different. I get it. I fully understand that, but I don't know. I think that this is just a humongous opportunity. I am not sweating at all. I sleep well at night, and you know, I have some crypto. I have, you know, enough that I probably should be a little bit worried, but I'm not at all. You know, so let's look at a couple things here. I already showed you the peak fear. I mean, we are right now. This is definitely peak fear. I mean, this is pegged, you know, over here, right? And this is the regular market, and then the crypto market is the same. I don't know. Let's refresh this and see what it's at. You know, it's still pretty far over there. And like Red Panda was saying earlier, if you bought during those times of extreme fear, you're probably doing pretty well right now, right? Again, this sucks. This sucks to see it because we all want it to go up. We want it to go up forever, right? But it's times like this that shake out it actually, this type of situation could actually shake out some whales. You could see some big holders actually just give up, right? Because they've seen their you know, 100,000 or 200,000 or a million, you know, cut in half in a short order, right? And they might say, you know what, I could retire right now on 500,000 or a million or whatever the end result is, and maybe that's what's happening. Maybe, you know, whales are selling. There's no telling. I'm not a trader. I don't know all the ins and outs of that part of it, but it would make sense that seeing what we've seen from 14,000 last summer all the way down to, you know, 4,500 like we're seeing right now, and I think it lost something like 20% in 15 minutes or something like that. I mean, stuff like that is just crazy, just absolutely crazy, and it can shake out a lot of weak hands, right? And I think that's what we're seeing. You know, there's obviously the global pandemic situation too that's affecting everything. That's a huge part of it. But let's get into a little. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of ranting, but let's get into a little bit more in depth into what's going on. You know, obviously the Dow Jones has taken a huge hit. We were almost at 30,000. If anybody follows like the normal market here, the Dow or S&P, you know, we were almost at 30,000. I think it was at 29.5 or something like that, maybe even higher than that. And now we're at 21. But you know what? We're still up from where we started in 2016, right? So we still are up a little, I think 3,000 or 4,000 or something like that, which doesn't mean much, right? Because that was 4 years ago or whatever. But you know, it's not enough to. I think that we're going to go much lower because the fear and everything is so much right now, and you've just got this perfect storm of stuff happening. I mean, you know, if you look at economy-wise, so much stuff comes out of those countries that are affected heavily by this, the pandemic, and the other countries are the ones that buy that stuff, right? And if that shipping and if the travel and all that stuff stops and people are not shopping right now, there's a lot of people that are not going out in public. You know, there's a lot of things happening. It's just like this huge perfect storm. But like I said at the top, this is what Bitcoin was designed for, right? This type of situation. It was born out of a financial crisis, you know? So it's going to be really interesting to watch exactly what Bitcoin does in the next 30 days. This is going to be huge. It's going to really either legitimize it or, you know, maybe it turns into nothing. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that it's going to perform well in the next 30 to 60 days, though. Now, I think that what will be the catalyst is because I think I haven't been following the whole pandemic thing super close, but from what I understand, there is some leveling off of cases, deaths, all that stuff in the East. Okay, I think that it's kind of leveling off as far as, you know, new cases and all that. Now in the U.S., I guess it's still increasing, but once everything levels out, and I do think it will, then I think that might be the catalyst for some really great things to happen with the market. I mean, this is huge overselling, in my opinion. Huge overselling. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, let's get back to it here. Yeah, so the Dow Jones is taking a hit also, and something to think about is the size of the market. So, like I said earlier, there's a little bit of correlation that kind of concerns me between the current market, but what that probably means is that there is somebody, I can't remember who it was, but somebody actually said this. The correlation means infiltration, right? So you've got a situation where, because there's correlation going on between the crypto market and the regular financial markets, there seems to be some relationship there, and that probably means that there might be more exposure by financial institutions than we think, right, in the crypto world. But I'm going to show you in a minute how little it actually means. So that might be a part of it, though. So if you look at, this is from 2017, late 2017. You've probably seen this before, but this is cool because it shows you like a visualization of how things are, as far as it uses these little squares, and it says, okay, each square this size is worth 100 billion. And then it talks about the context and all that stuff over here. So you can kind of scroll through here and see how big companies are, or what size they are, you know, the 50 richest people. You got the overall cryptocurrency market here, which is kind of a spoiler because down at the bottom is the real cool stuff. So I'm just going to let this scroll through here, and you see the size of the different markets. You know, and this is a little eye-opening to a lot of people because they don't understand finances and how things actually work in the world, right? And I'm not saying I do. I don't. I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff like this, but I do kind of pay attention to it. I do know more today than I knew yesterday, so I think that that's a bonus. But yeah, you see this global debt. That's the one that kind of kills me. It's kind of like, you know, who do we owe this money to? If all of us owe money, who do we owe it to? Aliens, you know? And then you got global real estate, huge market, right? Humongous market. Remember, each one is 100 billion, right? Derivatives, which is scary. So that's derivatives, guys. That is, yeah. It's like where you base a value of something on something else, right? It's like getting several degrees away from the actual value or whatever is giving that asset value. So it keeps going and going. And this is where like markets collapse with derivatives. So yeah, that's a lot, right? It says, yep, that's a lot. And then right there is Bitcoin, because that's how much of the market. Now I don't know what it is. Actually, this was in 2017 or 2018. So it's actually probably less than that now, right? Well, 100 billion, what is it right now? It's at, yeah, it's less than 100 billion market cap. So it's actually smaller than that one square, right? So this just kind of puts things into perspective if you're thinking about the overall market. And my point to this is that there has to be some correlation, because this is such a small part of the overall market, financial market, that if it's affected the same way as we're seeing here with the Dow Jones and crypto, then there's obviously some correlation there, right? And that's okay. I mean, some of us wanted financial institutions. We wanted institutions. I really didn't. I think that that's not what crypto is about, but some people welcomed it. I don't, but that's just me. All right, let me check the chat, see what you guys are up to over here. What is going on, everybody? There's no way that I'm going to be able to talk to all y'all or call out all your names. I appreciate everybody showing up. That is awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, thanks, Dan the Dane. Thanks for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Just kind of scroll through here a little bit. Yeah, man, this is, like Darizla said, man, this is opportunity. This is, to me, this is opportunity. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see, where are we at? All right. We went through this. Now, let's talk about, because a lot of people are saying that, this is the death of Bitcoin and stuff like that. So Bitcoin has died 380 times, according to this 99bitcoins.com. And this is something that some people reference from time to time. And you can kind of scroll down through here and see, even back in December 15th, 2010, it says why Bitcoin can't be a currency. Now, let me tell you something. That one's probably true. Okay, I haven't read that particular article, but what I mean is, in case you haven't noticed, Bitcoin, in my opinion, has failed as its primary goal of being a digital cash system, right? A peer-to-peer digital cash system, because it's turned into something else. It's turned into store of value. I think that hopefully we can start using it like it was intended, because the founders, or founder, depending on how you look at it, intended on those Satoshis, those 0.0001, those values could be used for anything, like assets, anything else. That was the original intention, and that's not really what's happened. What's happened is it's just turned into a pure store of value. Obviously today and yesterday it sucks for a store of value. People are saying that it's not, a hedge against financial collapse and things like that. I don't know. I still think it is, but, that remains to be seen. But yeah, you can kind of scroll down through here and see a lot of the other obituaries and how many there were for each year. Ironically, not ironically, but kind of a funny thing to think about is this is the first death this year, right? Last year there were 41 deaths. And so we're 3 months in, 3.5 months into this year, and we are only at 1. So that is kind of funny to think about that. That we're so far into the year and we've only got 1. So is that a sign? Maybe? I don't know. I think it's kind of a sign. So you had 41 in 2019. And if you click on each one, it'll bring you up the different articles and stuff. So this is kind of cool to scroll through and see how many times people have actually killed Bitcoin. It was dead at $1. It was dead at $10. It was dead at $100. It's funny to kind of go back through there and see that. And one thing to keep in mind is that, this is not just Bitcoin, right? It's the whole market. It's everything. And it's also, like I said earlier too, it's also the regular financial market, not crypto. It's everything, because this is like this perfect storm with the virus, and it's a huge impact because of how the shipping, the global economy works, the way that it works, and how this is affecting it. The pandemic is huge, but it has opened up this huge door for so many people to be able to meet a goal of owning one Bitcoin. I think that that is a super goal for everybody. I really, really do. I don't even know what else to say about it, to be honest. If you can own one Bitcoin, and I know that like if there's people in here that own more than one, they're kind of snickering, but you know, for a lot of people, that especially people that live paycheck to paycheck, you know, $4,362 is a lot of money. You know, hopefully they've been kind of, you know, dollar cost averaging in over the last couple of years. And if they were, they would probably be up right now, I would imagine. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to do the math on that, but yeah, I think that it's just a huge opportunity. That's the only way I can look at it. I don't have any predictions on like when this will turn around, other than to say that if you start seeing news about the virus being, it's not gonna be contained, but at least the number of cases levels off, and there's stop, you know, whenever it stops being such a huge spike in number of cases, and people stop going to public places and all that stuff, once you start seeing the decrease, I think that that's probably going to be a key indicator and a catalyst for potential, you know, upside to any market, even the regular financial market and cryptocurrency. I think that it's going to be both. You know, we're seeing it now with it affecting it to the negative, right? So you can only expect that if things kind of turn around, that it's going to be positive for both. You probably from this point on, at least until there's some decoupling, I don't think that you're going to see the markets kind of move together, because this is global. This is not something you know, centered in China or centered in the US or centered in Australia. This is global. So because of that, you're going to see this all move together, I think. But I think that that's probably what's going to kick it off the other way. We're only 1 or 2 days into this, right? We got a ways to go, guys. I mean, it's going to be a while. I don't think it's going to be an overnight. I don't think it'll increase as quickly as it decreased. I think that we're in for a long haul here, and we're not done with the bleeding, obviously. And I actually tweeted today. I was like, I think that Coin360 here, this website, I think that they need to come up with a new shade of red, because this is crazy, right? It needs to be like dark red, I think. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what they come up with. All right, let me check the chat one last time before we get out of here. What's going on, Crypto Z? Thanks for tuning in. I did actually, you know what? I have to make a confession here. I did turn off the AMD rigs just for tonight. It was a little bit hot here, and you know, it's causing the AC to run crazy. Plus, that coupled with the market, I was like, you know what? I'll just turn them off for tonight and cool things off. Let the market cool off too. Although it's not 42.05 right now. Wow. Okay. That's a month though. Well, I mean, the 59% is a month. Let me change this to a day. That's what people are usually used to there. But yeah, yeah, it has been a long time, Crypto Z. Where you been, man? Aeon went on a tear, and then this happened. But yeah, whenever Aeon hit 10 cents, I was like, man, I should have bought at 6. You know, I was thinking about buying at 6. So it's always funny. And here's the thing. Yeah. I know about the difficulty, but I'm mining CCX, and I looked at the difficulty, and it hadn't dropped off very much because it's a really small market cap coin. So the difficulty hadn't dropped very much yet. I was going to be earning about the same amount of coins per day. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just for tonight, just for now, I'm gonna leave it, and then we'll go from there. You know, I'll see what happens tomorrow. But again, it was, you know, heating up my house too. So I had to do something. I've got to, I actually have to I've got some videos coming. I'm going to probably consolidate those rigs down to a 6 GPU mining frame, a Veta frame. They're currently in 8 GPU Veta frames, and I want to kind of like condense it and make it to where I can stack them all together, because I've got some plans in my crazy ass head with how I want things to look. But I'm probably going to put them all in, put those 2 8 GPU rigs into a 6 GPU frame, you know, drill my own holes and actually condense it down and give it some density, right? Increase the density and hopefully not affect the temperature too much. I'm probably going to, because of the downtime, I'm probably going to grab the GPUs, and repaste them probably. They haven't been repasted in a while, so I'm probably going to do that. You know, all this stuff will be coming later, but yeah, I got some plans I want to do with the rigs, and kind of do a little bit more dense configuration, because right now they're in the 8 GPU rigs and they're really wide. You know, they take up a lot of room. So yeah, I need to get them in the garage too. I could just do that, but I kind of want to do the density as well. Oh my gosh, ETH just dipped below 100. I think it did earlier too, though, right? This is the first time I saw it at 100. Wow. Awesome. Yeah, 3K, here we come. You know, I was earlier today, there were people speculating on what the bottom would be. Whenever it was 6,000 or 5,700, I think 57 to 6,000, I was saying, you know what? I think it's probably going to be 48.75. And yeah, I was wrong. Now, if I was to make a prediction right now, I would say that there's very little chance you could go below 3,200. If we were to go below 3,200, because 3,200 is like that magical number for how much it costs to, I think it's the minimum, how much it costs to mine 1 Bitcoin, right? Given basically a free scenario of electricity. I think that's about right. Something around the 3,200 mark. So if we were to do that, wow. That would, if we went lower than 3,200, that would be insane. And now I'm kicking myself, because I should have sold all this, you know, a week ago. Whenever I was thinking, man, this could really get bad with the virus and everything going on, and yeah, I was really thinking about it. But I'm so lazy when it comes to like the trading part of it, you know. I just did not. I just didn't do it. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about getting some fiat and getting it in there, you know. Yeah, because ETH below 100, man, wow. That's hard to even look at, but I mean, like I said at the top, this is opportunity, guys. This is it, man. This is it. This is your chance. Let's go and see if Brandon Coin's going to be live here. Let's see where he's at. Okay, so he is live. So let's head over there. Let me put the link in the description or in the chat here. So there's Brandon Coin's link. Let's head over there, and whenever you get over there, make sure you do a Savage Raid hashtag there, and I will see you guys over there. Thanks for hanging out, man. This has been awesome. I'm glad I was just able to just rant and just kind of talk about stuff, because normally I have kind of a plan, you know, and I have like a structure, you know, that I'm going through. But I mean, I'm on this. I'm feeling good. I like, you know, again, I think that this is a huge opportunity, so I'm actually happy to see it. But don't waste it. That's all I can say is don't waste it, because I know a bunch of y'all 2 weeks ago were saying, man, this $10,000 BTC, I should have bought more at 4,000, or I should have bought more at 5,000. Well, don't get caught up like that again. Just do it, you know? Not financial advice or anything, but come on, man. All right, yeah, y'all hit the like on your way out. And I will see you guys over in Brandon Coin. Be sure to do the Savage raid. I'll see y'all over there. Stay savage, everybody.